Alright, so I'm here with what my Slammys would be for the year. Alright, these aren't the ones on WWE.com. They're not the same categories and nominations. Some of them are, but some of them are my own. So I got about, what, 10, maybe 12. Alright, first one, match of the year. CM Punk versus Undertaker. Great match here. It's epic. It's like the wrestling told a story. One of the few matches in the company where the wrestling told a big, interesting story. So, you can make an argument for Lesnar and Punk. I mean, they don't even have that on the regular nominations. I heard it was because they wanted to put Triple H versus Lesnar on there because they didn't want to tell you that Punk and Lesnar was better than Triple H and Lesnar. Now, Triple H and Lesnar was an alright match, but I mean, it wasn't anywhere near Punk and Lesnar. I will rant on that a little bit more later in the week, but I don't really want to right now because I got a lot of shit to do before Raw. Yeah, it's before Raw. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video. Probably will be Tuesday, or maybe Monday night, but most likely Tuesday in the afternoon. Return of the year. This is almost a tie between RVD and Lesnar. RVD's return, they pre-announced it, so it wasn't like it was a huge thing or whatever. But like when Lesnar returned in January, well, you know what? You could even make a argument that when Lesnar returned to take out CM Punk, that was really cool too. So those three are really tied. If I had to give it an edge, it would probably be Lesnar returning in June. I didn't even write that down here, but now that I think of it, it's hard to think of all these returns because, it's been a long time since January. So, yeah, I'll give it the edge to when Brock Lesnar returned in June because you knew that they were going to start a feud. It was cool. It was, something new. So, yeah, that was pretty epic moment there. Diva of the Year, AJ. Pretty obvious. Nobody else is really that good except Natalia, but she's just a jobber. AJ's been champion. She's been wrestling pretty good. So it's obvious it's AJ. I see they nominated Eva Marie, who's wrestled like 2 matches, like 2 minutes long, and she hasn't done jack shit. I don't know how she's up there. Promo of the year, AJ Lee cutting her promo on the Divas, or the Total Divas. It's pretty sad when you get a woman cutting the best promo of the fucking year. But yeah, it's the world we live in right now. Other good promos was when CM Punk cut his promo on the first Raw before, when Rock returned, the Raw that Rock returned. CM Punk cut a really good promo before that. And then when Rock came out, the good promo cutting continued. So that was probably the best promo of the year. CM Punk's promo on the first episode of Raw 2013. It was almost like a shoot promo a little bit. Announcer of the year, JBL. Jerry Lawler sucks. Michael Cole is pretty good. He's alright. He's tolerable. But I think if they just let the announcers say what they want and don't tell them what to say, they would be a lot better. But yeah, announcer of the year is clearly JBL. Feat of Strength of the year. Again, there's so much shit that happens throughout 2013. But I will give it to Cesaro. In not really one specific moment, but like he did the swing on Khali, which was cool. He did some other cool things with Brodus Clay, and so yeah, I will give it to Cesaro. And he's done other cool things like standing on the second rope and lifts the guy who's standing on the apron over with like no leverage at all. He's done that once or twice this year. So he's had a lot of good feats of strength. And it's not always who can lift the most weight. It's like the coolest, unique moments. It's not about, ooh, it's John Cena lifting Big Show again. We've seen that fucking a million times. It's about unique too, how cool it is. Double Cross of the year, Mark Henry, when he was doing the retirement speech. Nothing really even comes close to this. Nothing at all. I mean, this was pretty good. I enjoyed that segment. But yeah, nothing really, I can't even think of anything else. Breakout Star of the Year, Daniel Bryan, obviously. Again, nobody comes close. And then Superstar of the Year, obviously Daniel Bryan. Nobody even comes close again. Upset of the Year, Bryan beating Cena. There's no really upsets anymore because everything's pretty much predictable. But yeah, Bryan beating Cena. I mean, of course, and Orton came down and fucked it up. But, you know, Bryan going over clean on Cena. You very rarely see somebody going over clean on Cena. Very rarely. So that was definitely an upset. Finisher of the year. Again, you know, it's hard to think of all the certain finishers in the company. But I really love Ambrose's like reverse DDT. I think it's a really cool move. I heard some guy in TNA created it first. I know I say I'm not a big fan of like copied moves. I don't know if he copied it or not. But it's a very cool finisher and I enjoy it. And then Reigns with the spear. It's like, it's just very impactful. It looks real. And he does it, you know. I say I don't like people who steal other people's finishers. Well, he does it better than like most spears I've ever seen. It looks real. Even like Goldberg's spear. A lot of them, you know, it just looks not real almost. I'm watching like Goldberg's spear in The Rock when he debuted in WWE. It doesn't look like. I think Reigns' spear is a lot better than Goldberg's because Reigns, he like cuts the person in half almost. It looks like. So I would probably give the edge to Reigns. But that's all he's got is a spear. He doesn't have anything else really to bring to the table. That's it. That's one extreme moment of the year. Again, this isn't like the most extreme moment. It's not like a guy falling from 50 feet or whatever would be, you know, extreme. It's like you gotta have a legendary remembering this moment. You know, it's like, it's not the most, you know, you get what I'm trying to say. So I would give it to Shield, triple power bombing, or when Reigns speared the Undertaker through the barricade and then triple power bombed his ass. That was cool through the table. Again, probably not the most extreme moment, but it just had so much, you know, storytelling and it was epic. It was sweet. I very much enjoyed that. Probably the best SmackDown moment of the year. So there you go. There's my Slammy Awards. If you want to say any Slammy Awards that you want, any categories or any like winners you think deserve a Slammy, comment them below. You know, they have like stupid categories like Beard of the Year. Who fucking cares about that? Get the fuck out of here with those categories. If you're gonna do shit like that, don't even fucking do it because it's obviously stupid. So there you go. There's my Slammies. I'm gonna be watching Raw in about an hour. Hopefully I don't fall asleep. So yeah, there you go, people.